Samsung's fast charge comeback, the Galaxy S26 Ultra story. For years, Samsung has ruled the Android world, but if we're being honest, it's been a quiet kind of rule. Solid phones, dependable performance, and great cameras, yes, but revolutionary? Not lately. Now, the leaks around the upcoming Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra suggest that might finally change. Let's talk about what's coming, the specs, the strategy, and why this new generation could be Samsung's real comeback moment. The big leak everyone's talking about. Reports from Korea's ET News and several trusted insiders say next year's Galaxy S26 Ultra will jump from the same old 15-watt wireless charging to a much faster 25 watts. Meanwhile, the base Galaxy S26 and the Plus version will reportedly support 20 watts. To the average listener, those numbers might not sound exciting, but this is actually Samsung's biggest charging upgrade in 6 years, since the Galaxy S20 launched back in 2020. Why is that a big deal? Because competitors have been sprinting ahead. Apple's iPhone 16 already supports 25-watt MagSafe charging, and Chinese flagships like OnePlus and Xiaomi charge at blinding speeds. Samsung has looked like it's been jogging while everyone else runs. So this change isn't just about filling a specification gap. It's symbolic. Samsung admitting it's ready to speed things up again. Finally, a charging experience worthy of a flagship. The new charging system will likely use the Qi 2 wireless standard, a global spec designed to unify wireless charging across brands. Qi 2 uses magnets to perfectly align the phone and charger coils, similar to Apple's MagSafe. That alignment reduces heat, boosts efficiency, and helps your phone charge faster without frying the battery. Interestingly, last year's S25 phones did support Qi 2, but Samsung removed the magnets. The company said they interfered with the S Pen's precision and display sensors. Now it seems Samsung has solved that puzzle. If magnets make a comeback in the S26 Ultra, users will finally get that snap-to-charge experience. Drop it on a pad, it clicks into place, and the battery races upward. Imagine a future where you no longer have to wiggle your phone around just to find that tiny charging sweet spot. That's what this upgrade means. Design tweaks and dimensions. Let's move from charging to design. Leaked renders show a device that looks familiar, clean, rectangular with a minimalist camera array, but slightly slimmer and rounder. The Ultra will measure about 163.6 by 78.1 by 7.9 millimeters, or roughly 6.44 by 3.07 inches. That's almost identical to the S25 Ultra, but the curves are smoother and bezels are a hair thinner. In short, evolution, not revolution. Samsung isn't chasing radical redesigns, it's polishing the corners of an already mature design language. And there's one other thing. The Edge model is officially gone. After weak sales for the S25 Edge, Samsung has canceled the line altogether. The future of the flagship family now rests entirely on the S26, the S26 Plus, and the Ultra. Under the hood, what's changing? Internally, the upgrades look subtle but meaningful. A new Exynos 2500 processor for global markets and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 for North America will power the lineup. Both chips bring big jumps in energy efficiency and on-device AI performance. That last part is key because the S26 series isn't just about faster hardware, it's about smarter experiences. Galaxy AI gets serious. If you've used the S25, you've already seen hints of Samsung's new AI layer. Things like live call translation, generative photo edits, and note summaries. But the S26 Ultra will reportedly take those features offline. In other words, AI will run on-device, using the new neural processor instead of relying on the cloud. That means privacy, speed, and independence from data centers. You'll be able to translate a conversation or clean up a photo instantly, even with no internet connection. This is where Samsung is quietly playing the long game. While Apple focuses on its ecosystem and Google focuses on cloud AI, Samsung is merging both, blending local speed with cloud creativity. It's a future where your phone becomes a personal AI engine, not just a screen to access one. Cameras. Familiar numbers, smarter brains. What about photography? Leaked firmware suggests that the S26 and the S26 Plus will keep their 50-megapixel main sensors along with 12-megapixel ultra-wide and 12-megapixel telephoto lenses. The Ultra, of course, gets the spotlight, a new 200-megapixel sensor with improved low-light performance and sharper zoom capabilities. But the real magic isn't the megapixels, it's the processing. The new chips and Samsung's upgraded image signal processor bring deeper AI fusion, combining multiple exposures into single frames with higher dynamic range. That means better colors, cleaner shadows, and a natural cinematic look even before you hit edit. Samsung isn't trying to outgun Google's Pixel or Apple's iPhone on specs. It's trying to meet them at the computational level, where AI and algorithms shape every pixel. Battery and efficiency. There's also a quiet improvement under the skin. The standard Galaxy S26 is rumored to get a 4,300 mAh battery, up from 4,000 mAh. The Plus and Ultra will likely keep their 4,800 and 5,000 mAh packs. Combined with the more efficient processors, you can expect longer life and cooler charging. And that's the key. Samsung isn't chasing huge numbers, it's optimizing the experience. More time unplugged, less heat, and faster top-ups. That's a practical kind of progress. Launch window and strategy. After early rumors of a delay to March 2026, new reports suggest Samsung has regained control of its production schedule. The Galaxy S26 series is now expected to debut in January 2026, reclaiming its traditional winter unpacked event slot. That timing matters. It positions Samsung to hit store shelves before Apple's spring announcements and well ahead of Google's Pixel 11. Essentially, Samsung wants to set the tone for the year, not react to others. A strategic shift. This entire cycle signals something deeper than hardware. By retiring the Edge model, refining the Ultra, and modernizing the charging system, Samsung is simplifying its flagship lineup. It's no longer about having more phones, it's about having the right one. Consumers are keeping devices longer, so a phone that charges faster, runs cooler, and stays relevant for 5 years is far more valuable than a flashy one that ages quickly. Samsung's new 7-year update policy and stronger repairability standards also align with that reality. It's not about selling you the next upgrade, it's about keeping you loyal to the Galaxy ecosystem for the long haul. The competitive landscape. So how does the S26 Ultra stack up against its rivals? Apple's iPhone 17 Pro brought titanium frames and the A18 chip with better battery endurance. Google's Pixel 10 Pro XL, expected mid-2026, will double down on generative AI for video. Samsung's counterpunch is subtle but powerful. Faster universal Key 2 wireless charging, a balanced AI ecosystem that works offline, cameras that merge optical strength with software smarts, and a renewed focus on endurance and usability. This isn't Samsung trying to shock the world. It's Samsung catching its breath and then quietly running ahead again. What it means for users. If you're holding a Galaxy S20, S21, or S22, this could be the perfect time to upgrade. You'll feel the difference. Smoother performance, smarter camera output, faster wireless charging, and a phone that genuinely lasts longer. If you already own an S25 Ultra, the jump might not feel dramatic unless you live on wireless charging pads or rely heavily on Samsung's AI tools. Either way, the S26 Ultra feels like the first Galaxy phone in years that fixes old annoyances while adding meaningful improvements. Closing thoughts. The story of the Galaxy S26 Ultra isn't just about specs, it's about momentum. For 6 years, Samsung played it safe. Now it's taking back control. Faster charging, smarter software, and a cleaner strategy. The Edge line is gone, the Ultra stands tall, and the message is clear. Innovation doesn't always have to scream. Sometimes it simply works better. When the Galaxy S26 Ultra lands in early 2026, it won't just compete with Apple or Google, it'll compete with the Samsung of the past. And from everything we've seen so far, that older Samsung is about to lose. This has been your Pi Uncut Tech podcast, decoding the technology shaping our world one leak at a time.